If you're a photographer or a filmmaker and you're about to go on a scuba trip, you know you will need a lot of gear. So how can you fit all your photo and video gear in one backpack? This is what's in my backpack Scuba edition. On every scuba trip, I check in all my diving gear. So that leaves me with the carry-on and the backpack for clothing and shooting gear. For this trip to Bonaire, I'm using the Aegis Pelican series. Sometimes on scuba trip, I like to bring my Ica housing to use with my Sony Alpha A7S III. But on this specific trip, I decided to use my backpack for all the video and audio gear, while I use the carry-on mostly for clothing. On this specific trip, I decided only to pack my drone inside the carry-on bag. And my drone of choice is the Mini. I choose this drone mainly for one reason. It's less than 250 grams. So before coming here to Bonaire, I checked online and I saw that under 250 grams, drones are allowed to fly. I also like this drone because it's small and lightweight, but also has very good quality 4K video. But now let's talk about the backpack with the photo and video gear. Pelican created this Aegis line that has a modular system. So that means that you can create the backpack in the way that you want to use it. I also really like this color particularly, but also all the details from the zippers to all the hooks and how much you can customize the backpack. You can see that in the front, I attach this pocket, which allows me to put like passport or stuff that I need to access quickly at the airport. On the side, I have my water bottle, which I use a lot, especially on the boat while diving. And I still have open the other side, which you can use for tripods or for another water bottle. And even though this is the smallest of the Aegis backpack, I can fit my 17 inches MacBook Pro. So now let's see how I organize the inside of the backpack. I decided to use these two bags. I also like how they match in color with the backpack, but you can mix and match with different colors. So why did I pick these two in particular? This bottom bag is designed for cameras. You can also, of course, attach it to the backpack, but I'm bringing this one specifically on the boat with me because it's the one for the main camera. And in this bag, my camera is gonna be protected from splash, but also if it's gonna like bounce around on the boat. So inside I keep my Sony Alpha 7R5, which is the one that I'm using right now to shoot. I also have a variable ND filter that I always use when I'm shooting video. I always keep something to clean the lens. In the same bag, I also have 2 spare batteries. Usually with 3 batteries, I'm good all day. And I also have extra pockets, which I use for cables. And you can see here also for SD cards. This is like a slinger bag or a side bag. So this actually is something that I can use even at night when I go to town, to a restaurant. I can put my wallet, I can put passport, and maybe even bring like a small point and shoot if I want to. But in this case, in my backpack, I'm using this to store all my action cameras. Since I didn't bring my Ica housing, I cannot use my Sony underwater. So how can I get good quality photo and video, but keep it small and compact? And here are my 2 choices for action cameras underwater. This is my #1 choice for video, the Insta360 One RS. This camera is actually discontinued, but the new one, the X5, is as good as this one. I just really like this one, so that's why I keep using it and I didn't upgrade to the newest model. So why do I like this camera so much? When I'm on assignment for Adorama and Scuba, I usually have to take a lot of content. We're talking about a bunch of different videos for products, for people, for recaps. So underwater sometimes gets very complicated in knowing what to shoot first and how to shoot it. So this camera allows me to record everything 360 and then in post-production decide what to use, how to use it, and at the same time is also doing behind the scene of me shooting and is capturing what is in front of the camera. So it just gives you a lot more option for what you're shooting compared to a GoPro or my Sony camera in the Ica housing. And the 1-inch sensor actually helps a lot in low light underwater, but at the same time also retains very good quality color without doing too much color correction. And then I also have the GoPro 13 Black. I have this camera for 2 tasks. The first one is for still photography. I can shoot raw photos quickly just using one hand while the other one is doing video. But also I have a set for slow motion. So if I see a scene that I really want to shoot in slow-mo, I can just quickly switch with one button and record in slow-mo. And for me also is honestly a safety backup. Just in case anything happened to the Insta360, I know that I have the GoPro with me and I'm not losing content. So this is my camera setup underwater. On my right, I have the Insta360 on a selfie stick, which I can use to record myself, but also to get closer to subjects. At the same time, I can also detach it and go even further if I want to. Then I can easily close it down, attach it, and it's gonna float close to me. Then on my left side with the gear retractor, I have the GoPro that I can use for stills, slow-mo, but I can also easily detach it and give it to someone else. I like this system because the two cameras are close and safe to me, but at the same time, if I just want to enjoy my diving experience, I just let them float. Also here on the side of the backpack, I have the Blue Reef torch. And this is useful not just for night diving, but also when you go in depth and you want to capture those coral colors. Also next to the camera, in the space that is made for lenses, I actually put my DJI Microphone 2. I really like how compact this microphone set is. Now on the top pocket you can put many things. In my case, I have two solid-state drives that I use for all my content. And I really love this T7 Shield by Samsung because they're small, fast, and easy to pack. Last on my list is actually something that is not in my backpack, but it's always at my wrist, which is the Garmin Descent MK3i. This is an essential part of my diving trips because it records all my dives using GPS technology. It can track the depth where I'm going, it can warn me about safety stops, and if you want to go to the next level, you can even buy a receiver that you can attach directly to your tank, and it will give you all those informations. At the same time, I use it every day to track my sleep, but also to do anything that a smartwatch can do. Well, this was What's in My Backpack Scuba Edition. If you have any comment, please leave it below, subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time.